Okay.
You guys want to see what he looks like?
Yeah.
See?
Oh,
Told you. What, he's
that right
he's
there.
165.
That's
Okay.
middle America right
Definitely
there.
looks like he was punched
We have
3
two
times.
questions.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
We want to say thank you so much to our sponsor, Skylight Calendar. The Skylight Calendar is super easy to use and set up. I know because I did it.
Yeah, it works by syncing events from your already existing calendars you have, including Google, Outlook, and Apple calendars. You can also add events directly using the touchscreen or with the free Skylight mobile app. And as a special limited time offer for our listeners, Townies can get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight calendar when you go to skylightcal.com/DPT.
To get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight Calendar, just go to skylightcal.com/DPT. That's SKYLIGHTCAL.com/DPT. Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population You. Population Del Rey. Dean Del Rey. What's up, buddy?
I didn't get to sing the Dumb People Town.
Dumb People Town. There you go.
We're
I'll
always
do the
good
harmony.
for a re-rec.
Dumb People Town.
So that's the rock and roller in you. Always want, and this is who he is as a person too.
sure.
Always wanting to harmonize with people. You
Yeah.
always love that.
Yeah.
I love it. You're like the hardest dude who is the nicest dude I've ever met. I
Oh,
love that
man,
about you.
I just pushed down the mean, believe me.
So there is a reason why, and we'll get to this later as we promote you doing like a bunch of awesome tour dates with Bill Burr. We know you've been on the road with Mark Maron, and you headline yourself. The reason why people want to bring you these big time people on the road is, number one, you can handle big audiences. You're so funny. Your material is so funny, and you are a great hang. Great hang.
Great hang.
Always a great hang. I show up. We roll up to the Comedy Store, and I see this guy here. I'm like, it's gonna be a great night. It's just gonna be fun.
He shares his French fries.
I don't understand how
You're a French fry sharer. You're a serial French fry sharer.
I don't understand how it couldn't be a good hang. Like, we're doing comedy
I agree
Right.
for a living,
Thank
and
you.
here comes some sad face fucker, and you're like,
What are you doing?
You know,
bro?
I was just thinking about this.
Pour cement.
When I was at the
Yes.
store last week, I was
Pour
like,
cement.
if you're a comic who needs their own space, all for it.
Yeah.
But if you're a comic who's like angry or whatever, don't come into this space.
No.
You
Yeah.
also need to stay out
Yeah,
there.
go.
Just sit in the car until you're set, and then get back in your car.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
leave.
We'll go get you. You stay out there. You're actually
hey, you're up
helping the
next,
show.
grumpy face.
Yeah, I agree.
Get him. He's in the car. It's like your
Yeah.
shitty kid who's in the car. Get him. The
Let him
dinner's
know.
here.
Let him know the table's ready.
Let him know the table's ready. I didn't even want him hanging out with us in the waiting room.
We'll get to the story right now too, but that is a Dumb People Town story. Kid refuses to come
get
into dinner, family happy about it.
Yeah.
That's a Dumb People Town story.
Family eat his dinner.
Exactly. He puts
happy
car
to
in neutral and
divide up
roll.
his-
He puts car in neutral and rolls into the restaurant.
Do you want to dig into it?
Let's
Should
get
we
into a
going?
story.
You
Let's
know
do
all the
one.
dumb
Yeah.
stuff. This was sent in by We Talk About Practice at @notagame_3. And guys, for the first time ever, you know, usually what we like to do, little peek behind the curtain for everybody. We take the story, you take the story, you take your story, and we put them into a doc. You know, we copy and paste it. I've never experienced this in my years of doing this show. I couldn't copy and paste from the article.
So you're gonna.
I'm gonna read it dry. I don't know.
love it,
I
Dan.
don't know why. You know.
So
usually
do you
they're
not like fighting you? They don't-
yes.
They're trying to keep us. The forces
You can't
that be-
keep us down.
You can't keep
We'll
it out of
find the
Dumb
link.
People Town.
It
We'll
wouldn't let
find
me
the
do it.
link. All right,
Okay,
here we
here's
go.
the headline. Ready?
Yes.
Wife hires mistress. Wife hires mistress
Okay.
to keep her husband happy. Says, I guarantee there'll be no fight between you and me. Also very musical headline. Also way too
Wife hires mistress. This could be a rock and
to
roll
keep
song.
her husband happy.
To keep her husband happy.
Says,
She-
I guarantee there'll be no fight between you and me.
is this better than a tie on Father's Day?
Oh, can I?
Yeah, slightly.
There's another music thing. I was in an Uber.
Is this in Utah?
No, we're going to dig into that. I was in an Uber on my way to a show.
Yeah.
The driver, you know, sometimes you can tell they care what you hear. Sometimes they're in their own music world.
Sure.
You guys have the bit. I want to rock and
all night and party every day.
And then
Every day.
you brilliantly break it down by like being like, who really wants to do that?
What a prison that would be
And by
to
your
have
at
to
a certain
party
point
every
in age, you just would start going. It was a day and a half, and I can't. I
Dude, I
rock and
couldn't-
rolled and all party.
I couldn't party the first
yesterday.
day after the first night.
I rock and rolled
all
half
night.
of today. I can't party all night long.
I'm 57. I just want to sleep.
Right.
all day. That's
so I
rock and roll.
literally,
Right.
you
Thank
guys,
you.
there's a song out there. I will send it to you. I'll get it to you, Tony's too. It's just some guy barely singing. I'm sorry, and he's like, I don't want to rock and roll no more. And it felt like the spiritual sequel to
the
Kiss
guy
song.
who
Dude, I swear to God, I will send it to you. You'll be mad that it's in your recent search on Spotify or Apple Music, but it's just a guy going, I don't want to rock and roll no more. I'm not embellishing.
Dan.
Yeah.
Dan, no,
I can relate with that.
Yeah,
I can too, but
Dude,
it just
I'm
feels
Miles
like
Davis years old.
Yeah.
now.
Wait.
Like-
So
that's why you're kind of blue.
Dan,
Yeah.
if I was rewriting the Kiss song for the
Yeah.
age and stage we are,
Sure.
it'd be like, I want to sleep all night for one night and not get up and pee. Like, it honestly.
And then you're like, I just got up, but please leave me alone. I want to play on my phone all night.
Oh yeah.
Until
Just
it's
stare at my
11
phone.
a.m.
I want to stare at my phone all night and not go out.
Can I just watch this documentary in peace? Okay.
Let me sleep all night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yes.
A Thai woman
Sure.
has hired a, quote, beautiful and educated mistress to keep her husband happy.
She knows what her
Lima
husband wants.
Shaman of Bangkok
Oof.
said she has not been sleeping with her husband and it makes her feel like a bad wife.
Oh,
I'm really interested to see where you guys will end up on, by the way, at the end of this
she's
story.
saying he has needs.
Yeah. She doesn't want to.
I'm not giving you those needs because you, for some reason, don't want to sleep with me. I still want to be in a partnership
Yes.
of a marriage.
Yeah.
Let me fill that need. In the same way, it's like, do you want me to get you some sweet tea?
First of all, that's every marriage. One person is not wanting to
I
fuck.
go out of it. Yeah.
So it's just, this is just like, I want the roommate
Yes.
still.
We're great partners.
Yeah.
We're
I
great
love-
friends.
I
We
love
split
his
the
Nobody
bills.
else I want to push a cart around a
Solutions.
grocery store
Yeah.
with.
These are solutions she's
Yep.
coming up with. She's
Yep.
not coming up with problems. She's coming up with
She's
solutions.
like Cisco Systems. She comes up with solutions.
Oh, I love the rapper. She sent out a video advertisement seeking young single women with a college diploma. She is offering
I love
how
that the
much
diploma's important about it.
Yeah, like,
she is
what's
offering
that?
I know.
how
Smarty
much,
pants.
how much money for the role.
in American dollars.
I have it in dollars. I have it in baht. You
Month?
go whatever you want.
Monthly or what is it?
It is monthly.
Monthly. What do you
Okay.
think?
Monthly.
What are they paying this gal? This
retainer.
college-educated gal.
And- oh wait, it's in Thailand, right? We gotta get. Okay, I'm gonna say $250 because Thailand, you know, everything's
That can
like,
go a long way.
Yeah, right,
$250
right.
bucks.
So
What do you
you're
think?
rolling dollars, okay?
$80 a month.
$80 a month.
I think like $400 a month.
$400 a
Yeah.
month. Okay. Very proud of one of you. She's offering 15,000 baht,
Which is
$419.
Oh yeah.
You done this before?
Rand knows how to price this shit
I know how
out.
to price out a mistress.
Well,
if I mean, I
sounds
don't
like
know.
he's
but
been looking.
I don't know.
Every
I've been-
time somebody's
I've
that
been around
close-
the Thai internet.
Thai
No.
internet.
Every time someone's
You don't wanna
that
get that
close
right.
and under,
Yeah.
I do want to take them over to a wheel to spin. Every time. It's like,
Spin it.
I know. Okay.
The Thai wheel.
And so the woman lives at the house.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Yeah. This is a quote from her in the video.
Is she on the insurance?
I want to hire 3 mistresses for my husband.
3?
Yes.
3.
She
Whoa.
said in the video, you will get paid at least 15,000 baht a month. That's
Incredible.
$419.06.
Sure.
Get free accommodation and
Amazing.
free meals.
Wow.
Room and board.
Room and board.
Yeah.
I want to be that husband.
This is like a this is like a like an au pair for
Who
your
wouldn't
husband.
be married like forever with this situation?
I mean, Greg Fitzsimmons had a
Thank you, Jason.
phenomenal, amazing, brilliant bit that like marriages should be like leases on cars.
Every 10 years.
Every 10 years,
You both
you're-
can decide if
both
you
can
want to re-up.
decide if you want to re-up or
Yeah.
not. It's
If
like
it's a double re-up, then you re-up. If
Great.
only one person wants to, we're
And
done.
I would say even without the lease, it's every 10 years. Good marriages probably are having some sort of conversation like that. Where are we
Yeah.
at?
also like
What do
you
you want?
say we that
Because I'm
could-
not the same person who walked down that synagogue. Are you?
No. Well, I think that it's definitely there should be in a marriage like a couple lost weekends a year. No
questions asked.
No asked.
Why-
Just
why?
going hunting, and she's going to.
You're hunting.
And
you are
and
hunting.
and you know how you know you're still good? Because you come back. Right.
Yeah.
That's all you need
Yep.
to know that you're
So
still
then-
good.
And she can go too.
That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
100%. That's how
Yeah.
you know she came. That's how you know you're good. She came back.
Yeah.
So someone said this once about marriage, that a long marriage is actually like 500 marriages. So like,
because of all the people you both are.
no, over time, and what it is through this year is different. What it is next year. For the next 5 years, it's this thing. Then for 3 years, it's this thing. Then when your kids are little, it's this thing.
Yeah.
Then you don't have kids, or when they leave the house, it becomes this thing. So it's like a bunch of different.
Oh, I think you
marriages.
guys will. You're halfway there. You'll know too. I think that I've always imagined that when the last kid leaves for college or moves out, there must be some day where these parents, now just married couple in this house, look at each other and be like,
It's just
so
us.
what are we now?
It's
What
just
are,
us.
It's just
Now
us.
we have to talk.
yeah, what are we?
We got to
What are we
relate to
doing?
each other.
Yeah.
You
What
better
are we
get me
doing?
3
Because
mistresses
as you always,
and
the
misters.
joke you always make, there's no more emails to read.
Right.
There was that
Because his thing is
AC/DC
always,
song,
did you not read the email? That's what a pro move
what's
by
the
Amy.
AC/DC song?
Yeah.
I know.
Mistress for Christmas.
There you go.
So
Boom.
It was
Title of the
so
episode.
bad. It was so
Mistress,
bad. It was
or
like,
all I want for
yeah,
Christmas
it was
is a
mistress for Christmas. It was insane. Like, what is this song?
mistress for Christmas.
For those
Wait.
about to mistress, we salute you.
Yeah. Wait, so on
Under the
some,
mistress
on
toe?
some level, I want to be 100% honest here.
Yeah.
This couple
Yeah.
is
might be the most evolved couple in
right.
the world.
They're so evolved
Well,
that
there is
like,
a dumb part we'll get
Okay.
to that it's
Okay.
fun dumb, but that's what I love about when we can do stories like this. You know, the dumb can
Very
run
fun.
everywhere, and sometimes it's just something that would happen in Dumb People Town.
Right.
Remember the old classic Maria Bamford episode? It was a guy dressed as a giraffe,
Giraffe,
just
hugging
going
people.
and going around paying people's meters.
Wasn't there a clown
Nothing
that was
wrong with
waving
it.
at people too?
Yes.
clown was waving you. That's a little
That
more
is a little
foreboding.
right.
I mean,
right.
this first story is like smart people.
Right?
Sure.
Oh, well, hold on.
I want to
Dean.
hire 3 mistresses for my husband.
Sure.
As I said, it's like an au pair for her husband. You will get paid at least $15,000, but you get free meals, you get free accommodation, but you need to help me out.
Oh.
2 will be hired to help with document work in my office, and
Okay.
another one will be hired to take care of me, my husband, and my child.
Wow.
So 2 of these mistresses
nannies.
aren't mistresses.
2 of them are like employees that she's like, I'm not going to now pay
Right.
your insurance.
They're just nannies and
I mean, talk about like where does sexual harassment in that office have
There's
to
no
do?
HR.
There's no HR.
yeah.
She added,
There will be light filing and anal. That's all I'm.
but both
Light
consensual.
filing.
Light
Both
fi-
are consensual. She added, I guarantee there will be no fight between you and me. Now, I do believe her, but that is something people say when there will definitely be a fight.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Do you ever meet someone who's like, we're not going to fist fight tonight? You're like, so then other nights we'll fist fight?
Right.
What are you saying,
Also,
man?
it's on the table.
Right.
And you said, I don't want the bread.
I wasn't even thinking about we're
Right.
going to fight.
Quote, my husband has been working hard alone, I bet, and I just want him to be happy. I will also have friends to be with at home, Shaman was quoted by saying,
Nice.
saying by the Mirror. Quote, the candidate should not have a child as it will become a burden.
Yeah.
Now, she's speaking from her own, you don't want these kids.
You don't have a child.
That's hilarious.
And also, don't have a child with my husband.
Right.
Because that will be a
Well,
burden.
there's no guarantee.
That actually turns into like just a full on. What is this?
Yeah,
now?
well,
right.
You know,
It's like a marriage.
They have their own marriage. We need
Yeah.
to sit down with
That's
the mistress
the
and say, are we still
This is
doing
taking
this?
place in, like Gene said, Provo, Thailand.
Right.
This is
That's
the
a great
beginning
joke.
of a cult. This
Right.
is the
Yeah.
beginning of a cult.
Absolutely.
Totally.
I'm kind of digging it so far.
So far, it's
light
okay.
office work and sex.
Light off it. Yeah. I don't
Could
have
have
to
been
do
my
that
life
much.
had I not done comedy.
What do you want me to organize your
Word processing
They have
and
to-
blowjobs. Can you do both?
They-
Dan's like, can you do WordPress and help
Right.
me on my website? And then
Yeah.
can you press something else?
Yeah, my space bar. They have to look presentable and communicate well. She
Great,
said.
of course.
The woman added that it was important for the candidates to be able to quote please my husband.
Yeah. Well,
She
that's-
said quote his
that might be impossible.
Yeah.
Yes. She said, we're also, 2 things are going to happen in the story. One, you're going to be, hey, really good for you from a real place. And the other, you're going to go, well, this is a little dumb. And they're not related. She said, his mistress must also be able to keep him company and entertain him. So they must have a good personality and be fun.
Wow. That's a lot.
But also, this is a pretty lame dating profile.
Like-
it's too generic. Like if this was a dating profile, you'd be like, what are we really talking about
I think
here?
this
I
woman
like to have
is
a good
asking
time.
for too much out of these
Well,
people.
here you go.
To me, it's like just any women are going to show up strange new and he's in. You know what I mean? He's like, this is fine.
This is great.
Yeah.
Also, like, just let it be something that he enjoys sexually.
You don't want him to be too cool.
I like
Ah,
6
right.
foot tall Thai women. Get 3 of them over here.
Right.
And that's it.
Here we
You
go.
don't
This
have
is
to
where you're
be
going to go,
smart.
okay, good on you.
Mopping floors.
That's
and-
right.
Pathema said that she is struggling with chronic depression.
Okay, I
and
like-
that is the reason why she wants help.
So I like this.
Agreed. Quote, I want to find a mistress for my husband as I am struggling physically. I have chronic depression and I feel like I can't take care of my husband well.
This
This
woman's
actually happens
amazing.
with people in
Sure.
like cancer where they go,
Yeah, sure.
you need to be
with
taken
somebody.
care of. You
That's
need
right.
physical touch. You
Right.
need, like, I understand.
That's right. That's right.
I haven't been sleeping with my husband and it makes me feel like I'm not a good wife.
Wow.
Which is sad because she probably is a good
Not
wife.
true.
right?
You
But
seem
that's
like a
the
great
question.
wife.
Now I'm on her side.
Her
100%.
husband, that was the part where you go, coming from a great place. Her husband, Patagorn, dope name.
That's
Great.
his name?
That's
Yeah.
great.
I have a Patagorn pullover that
Yeah, I see you wear it all the time.
I love it,
Down at they're made out there in
You'll find
Ventura.
it. Yes.
Yeah.
Her husband Patagorn was who also feels like he's fighting dragons on the side.
Right, exactly.
Was
House of
surprised.
Patagorn, my favorite roller coaster in Disneyland. Continue.
Was
Patagorn.
surprised when he found the advert circulating on social media.
So he didn't
She
even know
didn't
that.
Because
Discuss
he
this
had
with him.
no idea that this was happening.
Yeah.
This
Huh.
is where the dumb part comes.
Let me
in.
just read through these ads on social. Oh,
All right. You've
Who's
never
this guy?
you've never seen a more targeted social media ad ever in your life.
God,
He
my-
sees his name, Patagonia. He goes, there's more of those names.
And he's also-
That's like Mark in Thailand. We don't know. So he doesn't even figure it's him.
Right. He's talking to people who are like, anyway, I mentioned a refrigerator once. I keep getting these ads. He's like, dude, I jerked off last night and I saw an ad for mistresses for me.
For me.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. The iPhone's
set up by my
incredible.
wife.
What does he
and
think?
Bomba socks.
What does he think about it? Well, he was shocked about it, but he's not against it.
No. I love it.
you
He's like, I'm
think?
not against
I
it.
love it. You think?
But I love
This
like
is an outrage.
no, not against it is
Yeah.
the most passive aggressive way.
No, that's his way of not being. He doesn't want to show that he's too into
excited.
it.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
I'm not going to say no.
Listen,
Right.
listen.
This isn't something I dream about. If it's going to make you more happy,
I'm just gonna
I
say
will
I'm not
take on
against
3
it.
As
mistresses.
soon as I tell my kid I love that you're outside playing basketball by yourself working on your shot, they'll stop doing it.
That's
Yes.
right.
Right?
You're like, I'm not against it.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I was against 1, but 3, I guess.
I
is
guess I
okay.
can. I guess I can
Honey,
get
if-
on board
honestly,
With 3.
if it's going to make me a better partner to you and it's going to make you happy, yes,
Let's do it.
I will double
Let's
team
do
with
it.
And this
2
is
women.
the dumb part. The guy who finds out his wife wants him to have 3 mistresses.
Right,
That's
exactly.
dumb people, Tom.
Yeah, when you find out.
Quote, my wife told me she wanted to find somebody to take care of me. This is all quote. Then the woman will also be treated like family and work in our company like family, the husband said. He added, other men that wish to be like me should communicate with their wives about it. They should ask their wives for permission
Nope.
so there won't be problems in the future.
So this is one of those things that has to come from the wife.
Right.
You cannot plant the suggestion.
No way.
Even if you are like freaking Inception, even if you can drop it into their dream and make it feel like they've given it to you, at some point they will find out about it, and it has to
But
come
also,
from them.
Jay, he is saying you just got to talk to your wife about it. He had no idea his wife was doing this.
Yeah.
This is somebody who was born on third base and thought they hit a triple.
Ryan
He's
Day.
like, you just got to get on third base like I did. You just hit the ball, dude. You never hit the ball. Your wife actually hired someone to hit the ball
Dan,
for you.
you got
hit
me-
by
like the
you
ball
got
getting
hit in the
hit.
head with a pitch and just wound up on
This
third
to
base.
me is somebody who got chosen to do something and they're successful and they're like, you can be whatever you want to be. No, you can't.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot be whatever you want to be. That fucking
Right,
phrase
because
I love that.
because
bothers me to
if you
no
don't go
end.
through a hard time, you never realize you were lucky. You
Right.
just
Be-
thought this happened.
Yeah.
You can be whatever you want to be is not true.
I hate
You
that
cannot
one.
be whatever you want to be. Like
Yeah.
you can't. I could decide I want to be president. I'm never going to be president. You know
Well,
why?
I would vote
'Cause
for you.
No,
Well,
this
it
world
depends
is not
on
going to
you.
vote for a Jew. Regardless, whatever. I'm telling
We'll
you.
hide it. We'll hide
You
it.
cannot be whatever you want to
Twin
be.
presidents?
You can work your ass off to be something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
I would say target what makes you happy, broaden your scope of what is a definition of success, and then try to live in that success and find happiness in it. That's something.
Then you might have sex with 3 women.
That's it.
Well,
It's like
2 of
I was-
them are office workers.
I was listening to Rick Rubin talk to Jim Carrey, and they're just like, you just got to get to this Zen space. And I'm like, you're forgetting the giant bank account you have.
It's
The
kind of not.
giant
Yeah,
full
you know
bank
how you
account.
get to that Zen space
Yeah.
when you're not worrying about stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of
also, you
people have
got
written
lucky.
$1 million checks to themselves.
Yeah.
Well,
ripped
but
up.
Jim Carrey, you have so much talent. You also got lucky that you were doing it when you did it. You definitely achieved it, but not everyone has your level of talent. Rick Rubin, you
Or
got
luck.
connected with great artists
And
who
you're a
took
genius.
off,
And you're a genius.
Yep.
Like not everyone has
But
those
you got
skills.
lucky.
But you also got lucky.
My question on this job:
not even
healthcare.
That's what I said.
Yeah?
Do you get health? I mean, you are working for the company.
Right. Do
Or
they got
can
healthcare?
she? Or are these women part of her health care? Can she like?
It is.
Hey, I'm submitting a receipt from this mistress.
My mental
How about
health.
a 401k
mistresses.
on this?
Yeah.
On these gals.
Yeah.
What do you say? Talk to your wives. There won't be problems in the future. I never wanted to have any mistress, but
Sure.
since my wife is offering, I won't reject. It appears that the couple has welcomed the perfect mistress into their lives.
I can't wait.
Shaman said, that's the wife, they're saying the wife asked a, quote, beautiful 33-year-old to join the family as her husband's mistress.
Love it.
The woman has become a close friend of theirs. The applications for the position have reportedly been closed, despite that she said she wanted 3 roles.
So I'm just looking at your resume here. It says stage fighting under skills. I mean, how is that? Is that going to?
Let's get out of here on this. How old do you think the wife is?
the wife.
The wife.
To
Now,
be
you know
able
the
to
mistress
conceive-
age.
Right. 33.
Yeah.
I'm going 28.
28's the wife?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you think, Jay?
46.
Okay.
I think she's 51.
All right.
I think it's like some freak story where it just like burn out. 28.
28.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm about to tell. After I do, we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll do my plugs. We'll find out what Dean is up to. But I can tell you right now that the woman who wanted 3 mistresses settled on one. The husband had no idea.
Let's not also call what it is. 3 mistresses and people to do filing and people to help out around the house
with the
and
kids.
people to help out the kids.
Right. Is
Super nanny.
super.
3
This should be
mistresses and a
this should
baby.
be the new
Super
Mrs.
name.
Doubtfires.
3 mistresses and a baby would be
3 mistresses and a baby would be great.
great movie.
Is 36 years old. You had it, right?
You were-
I said 51.
Oh.
You said 40.
I said
46.
28.
You
You
said
got it.
28.
You got it.
There you got it. There we
Yeah.
go. All right. That's story number 1 down the
number
books.
1.
We come back. We hear where you can find Dan and see him. And then
Can we
detail it.
introduce Gertie also?
Yeah, this is Gertie right here. Look
Yeah.
at this cute, sweet dog. You know,
Gertrude.
in my heart, I love me some French bulldogs. This one is one of my favorites.
If
in
you're
the whole
part of
world.
if you're listening and you're part of our Dumb People watchers on YouTube, you've already seen this beautiful dog.
Beautiful
but now
dog.
everybody audibly knows.
What a great one. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back and find out. Dean's got some great stuff coming up, tour stuff.
So does Daniel.
And Daniel on the other side. It's Dumb People Town. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. Daniel, how can people support you?
Oh my gosh. Go to danielvankirk.com
Dates.
to see me in Minneapolis at the 10,000 Laughs if that hasn't happened yet. Otherwise, I'll be in Raleigh and Akron and Columbus and Cleveland. That's a hilarities. I'm there on a Friday night. A little bit of a late show. I think we're doing a 9:30 show on Friday night.
Love it.
And then I've got all these other dates as well. I'm doing Yuck Fest in Boston and just tons of stuff. It's all at danielvankirk.com, and it's leading up to shows in Milwaukee and Lincoln and Cedar Rapids and Louisville and Rochelle, Illinois.
Followed by on 11/11.
11/11. So if you want to come to Rochelle, you'll see a little hometown show. You could do that. DanielVanKirk.com. 7 o'clock show's sold out. At this point, maybe the 9 o'clock show is too. The early show for my special taping, the Rose Gold Hour, is at the Lincoln Lodge on 11/11. Early show's probably sold out. Get that late show. Come to the after
on.
party afterwards. And if you come out to any shows, you can get a Hub City Comedy shirt afterwards, but you can also bring a Dumb People Town headline because I'm going to start every show. The ones that are mine. Sometimes if it's a festival or something like that, those are a little bit different. But the ones that are mine, I'll come up and I will say what townie brought a headline for us to talk about. Everything is at DanielVanKirk.com.
Dean Del Rey, you got great stuff coming up in November with Bill Burr and beyond, and then your own stuff. Let people know how they can see you.
DeanDelRey.com. Lots of tour dates. Colorado Springs, the funny page is coming up. Portland, Maine, doing a tour bus run with Bill all over the East Coast.
Nice.
And then we end up at Madison Square Garden November 10th.
You're going to love that place.
coolest-
It's a great spot.
It's really intimate.
You know,
I mean,
you're going to love it. They run it well.
So
They run it well.
You've done stadium, or not stadiums, but arenas,
Yeah.
correct, with Bill.
Yeah.
How does that? What's the difference on stage? You have to wait a little bit for the response. You have to slow down.
I got lucky before I was doing the first one. Somebody pulled me aside and they said, "Hey, you got this, but just go really slow because if you don't, you're going to stomp over all the laughs because you only hear the actual laughs from like the first 10 rows."
Right.
You know, that's what you're hearing, like a club, and then the rest, it takes a while.
Right.
So I'm glad somebody told me that tip, because if they didn't, I would just be going on the timing of the guys in the front row. Right. You know, so some are incredible. Some sound amazing, like the LA Forum. It just sounds incredible.
It's amazing.
And some are super whoa, 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 whoa. So
That's crazy.
You just figure it out. And the entire time I'm just up there going, I wasn't doing comedy 14 years ago. So
that's awesome.
That's what I keep telling myself.
Yeah, but you know what? You worked at it, and you are
Yeah.
one of our favorite comics to watch. You're also one of our favorite comics to follow if we're ever at the Comedy Store. Hard, you know, we talk about this all the time. Comedy Store is hard because there's no host, so no one to clean the palette when
Right.
you're doing it. So really you get an understanding for who is in your wheelhouse for your comedy by how well you do after the person is there. So if there's a really, and it's not just, you know, there are stories of people who bring bad comics out on the road so that when they go up, it's like, see how much better I am than this person, which to me is like,
That's terrible.
It's like a
So
straw
dumb.
man. It's so
Yeah.
dumb. However, I think when someone is really good and they get the audience in the right place and then bring you up, we always have great sets whenever we follow you at the Comedy Store. I just love
Oh,
it.
you guys kill. Yeah, I think that if you're at the store, I remember when I first got passed, there were people like, I don't like following such and such or such and such. I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't be passed then.
Yeah.
Because you got to figure out the art of resetting a room. If Rick Ingram's up doing crowd work, or if somebody's super loud and wild, or somebody's real low energy.
It's a great lesson.
You just have to figure it out, man.
I mean, it happens on other shows, like any show you're on, like festival stuff too.
Yeah.
Someone comes up and does something, you're like, okay, I gotta shake the etch a sketch here.
Yeah.
I think you really just have to alter your open.
That's
like meet the audience where they are.
That's it.
And then
Exactly.
and if you can't alter your open, I'd be
He
like,
does
hey,
it
go back
so
to the
well.
shed, work a little bit more.
DeanDelRey.com again.
I love you
that's-
guys, man.
Love you,
Thanks
man, and I
for
love
the-
that you brought your
for the
dog.
kind words.
Oh,
for
can
real.
I keep forgetting to do this.
Yeah.
Because we can't promote stuff. So I'm not promoting a thing, but if other people see a thing that I'm not promoting at all, feel free to share it, because you guys can do that thing that I don't have
Okay, we
going
won't-
on.
we
but
won't
just
promote it.
What's going on?
The thing I'm not doing.
We're not-
A thing that
right.
didn't happen that's out there.
Okay,
So,
good.
yeah.
Good to know. I'm glad you decided not to do that. Thank you for mentioning that. By the way, you ready for this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story number 2, sent in by Jake Groney at Jake Groney, Gronie. Love that dude. Man who calls himself Dolphin Dave. I mean, I feel like you probably know 3 guys.
Unless you live in
Rand.
Miami, you are a freak.
Yeah,
This is dumb people telling. You want to talk about wheelhouse of comics being like, oh, this is we're a great grouping with these people. When I say people bring a headline to the show, you and any person in any audience could have stopped after Dave.
So
Yeah.
I am going to stop right here.
What
Dolphin
else do you
Dave.
need?
We're going to play a game right now called
1983
What do you-
DJ or
what
Miami
do you
Dolphins
know about,
fan?
or who is?
What
What's
do you-
wrong with Dolphin Dave?
No. What do you think the rest of the headline is? This is my game.
Start it
Like,
again?
Okay,
Man
we got
who
it.
calls himself Dolphin Dave. Dean, what do you think the rest of the headline is? Just take a random guess. This is just a fun, stupid thing that we've never played this game before, but I
Okay.
love this.
Man who calls himself Dolphin Dave sues other Dolphin Dave in county.
So there are 2 Dolphin
There's 2,
Daves
and
that
they're
live in the
suing
same
each other.
county, and they're litigious. I love it.
Do you know?
So good.
I'm not going to
so
shed.
good.
I'm not going to shed any direct light on this. There is a comedy community right now, not LA.
Yeah.
There's a comedy community where 2 comics.
Yeah.
For they're newer, but these 2 guys both have put the word chicken in their name.
No.
And they are feuding.
Yeah.
about who
It's
gets
a chicken
to,
feud.
Who
There
gets
you
to
go.
have
Chicken fight
in their name.
It's a chicken fight.
it's
They
a
have to get on each other's shoulders.
I know one of them, and he's a great dude. I do not know the other one, but I haven't talked to him about it. I would just, we're not friends, but I know him. He's a good dude.
Chicken fight,
buddy of
man.
mine, and I would just go,
Just
if
drop it.
you keep doing good work, it'll sort itself.
It'll sort itself out.
Here's the best part about that. If I was one of them, I'd be like, oh, good, I don't have to use that name anymore.
Thank you. You can have it,
Thank
bro.
you for taking the chicken out.
Because eventually, you're right. Eventually, one or both of you will feel like I'm stuck to this name.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you don't, good on you. If it never happens to you, then still do good work and it'll
I
win
want
out.
the other person who they should definitely have to fight. They should roast battle it out, okay? And the loser of the roast battle
Has to drop the
switch
name.
his name to Salmonella. Okay.
Oh, my God.
Or that would be a great name. Sal
Salmonella.
Okay, wait.
Manila.
So I got to finish that
Man who calls himself Dolphin
Dolphin
Dave.
Dave.
Finish the headline.
breaks into local aquarium.
Okay. Jay,
A man who calls himself Dolphin Dave
Dave.
arrested for exposing himself on public bus.
Okay.
I should have said breaks into abandoned aquarium.
Dolphin Dave, double D. That's my initials.
All right, you're
double
right.
D.
Double D. Del Rey.
Can you imagine?
You're DDR.
In a
dude.
loud cocktail
damn
party.
DDR is
I am DDR.
DDR is like GNR. It's like the all DDR is coming.
Introducing yourself with that at a loud cocktail party.
Yeah.
I said dolphin. It's dolphin?
Yeah.
Dolph and Dave? No,
Yeah.
it's Dolph and Dave.
Dolph
you
and-
need to make
Dolph
DDR
and Dave
merch
does
with
sound like
that-
a morning
with
zoo.
those lettering.
Yeah,
with
that'd
that
be
lady.
good.
The DDR comedy, and then you get
just
the,
need
then you
to
get the
DDR
other
merch.
letter.
I'm on it.
Are you ready for this? Here's
Yep.
the headline. Jake
Okay.
Roney, send it in. You sent it on 3/7/23. Okay. Man who calls himself Dolphin Dave cited for continuously harassing humpback whale.
All right, I fucking hate this.
All right. I
You
hate this guy.
son of a
You guys
bitch.
know me in animals.
Leave
I
the
know.
animals alone.
Leave them alone. He's sitting with a beautiful animal on his laps. You know how he feels about animals.
Any of you ever closely encountered a wild animal?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mine is close. Mine, I guess the one I'm thinking of
I've
the most
seen
is,
whales.
I hate hunting. So
Yes.
you're talking to a
I-
guy.
I
I've
don't
seen-
understand why it can't be just as cool to take a picture.
I
Be like,
hate
you want to see this
hunting.
picture of this fucking
Those dicks that shoot a giraffe,
I
Dude,
mean,
don't even-
or
please.
a giraffe.
Right.
So how we're at a point in our virtual world.
Yeah.
Why can't you have a virtual gun
Yeah.
and go out in the hunting world, and then the gun through the viewfinder, you see the deer or whatever, and you go bang,
here's
and then
why.
the gun tells you whether you hit it or not.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
get points for the deer,
Right.
and the deer runs away.
Here's
and
why.
You're done.
Here's why. Because the reason it's called fishing, not catching, and people need to remember it's called hunting, not shooting. So I come from a hunting family. Things like deer and stuff, I'm okay with because
Because
I
they're
have my
overpopulated.
family and many other families
Yeah.
who shooting a deer provides them with
And
a
we
lot
eat
of
that.
meat
We
that
eat
they
that.
they
Yeah.
don't.
He's talking
have to
about
spend
tro-
I'm
money.
he
talking
said
about
trophy
trophy,
hunting.
that,
Yeah.
like
Right,
that Dick
right.
Billionaire,
And-
those guys.
Oh, the
all trophy
dentist
hunting,
who
I'm
then
fucking
killed his
all
wife?
trophy hunting, I'm fucking done. But the thing is even for deer,
How do you know you
most
can-
of
I
it,
see their heads
love
in his
being
office.
outside, like the love the being outside.
We used to
but
go
the trophy
fishing and
shit,
catch fish.
Yeah.
the trophy shit, just fucking.
I know.
I'm 100% on it.
All
But
right.
I love when those things like the elephant stomp the dude.
Love it.
Oh, you,
You know
can't
what?
even
You know
be
what?
happier.
And they should love it too, because that's the game.
Yeah, that
that's
is
the
the
game.
game.
You
Hey,
went
man,
out
you
there
went out.
and
You went out
wanted-
doing something you loved.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Getting
And I will
trampled by
say, this is for me the closest is like sea turtles in Hawaii. Like I've seen them, and yes, it would be so cool to fucking just touch one, but I don't need to. I was this close to it. You don't fuck with
You don't have to
any
touch it.
animal.
I
You
go
don't-
great white sharks, I would cage. in the
I got
cage.
offered to do it. How
yeah.
how
Did you
long was
do
the
it?
boat ride?
I've done it twice.
Wait, how long was the boat ride out?
18 hours.
And then how long were you there?
3 days.
See,
I've
that's
done
the-
it twice.
But see, that's the thing that got me. I was like, do I want to be on a boat for 3 days?
Yeah,
when you
that's
get
the only
there?
night. You just take some pills, you knock out, and you wake up and you're there. You're like, all right.
Dude.
But the
But
3
it's-
days
it's,
part.
Yeah, but it's incredible.
Doing this for 3 days.
No, it's super still on the water.
Yeah, when
there.
you get out
it's
there
like
that
real
far.
calm. You're just in this.
So you got it in the cage.
Oh yeah, many times. I've done it.
I wanna do
twice.
it so
No, I did
bad,
it
but
3
it's-
times.
Dan,
did it
do
here?
not be in a.
If somebody said, "Hey, it's Australia. They're a lot closer. It's 18 hours out. We're there for 6 hours for the night, and then we come back," I would 100%. But you have to go pretty far for SoCal, right?
They closed it now. The government has shut it down for like 10 years or something
Wow.
to do some studies, so you can't do it now. So
What
I
did
was
you
lucky to
feel
do it.
like the first time you saw the shape coming towards you? And how far were they away before you could see the shape?
Here's the greatest part. 30, 40-foot visibility. It's out at the Guadalupe Islands.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they filmed the original King Kong in the 30s.
Wow.
So, when you see Jaws, you're like, man, that is so fake, because it's just going by. Well, what they don't tell you about a great white shark is it's so massive. It kicks 2 or 3 times down low, and then it just comes by you without even moving because it's so
Just
It's
coasted.
done the work
it's done
down
the
there.
work. So it's like, and then here it comes, and you're like, oh, the first time you see it, you go, oh, like it's
Wow.
How
just-
far down are you? 20 feet? 30 feet?
No, you're only down like 10 feet.
I think if I saw a great white, I would just start crying of the majesty. Of just
I waited
the
my whole
fucking-
life to see him, so I'm like a
Were
Jaws.
you worried? Were you nervous at all for your
I
life?
wasn't. I was just more adrenaline. Like, this is insane. We're seeing sharks, and the whole time
so
you go out there,
jealous.
you're like, I hope we see sharks. And then there's 6 of them around you,
Oh,
and
my
by the second day, you're like, wow, there's like 10 sharks here. This is amazing.
Wow.
And you just start naming them, like, here comes Scarface, you know, and you get so into it.
Do any of them buzz the tower
amazing.
close enough that you could have touched them?
Oh, you can. Oh, I'll show you some video. When
Oh
we're done.
my
Yeah,
God, that's
absolutely.
insane.
You
Very
can touch
cool.
it.
All right, so this is the good version of this. I'm now going to
I'm
get to this.
enthralled
A man
by
who
you.
calls himself Dolphin Dave has been, and he calls himself
I hope he
that.
goes no cage swimming with great white
After he was caught, he has been cited by Hawaii after he was caught repeatedly harassing a humpback whale and a pod of dolphins during a snorkeling trip.
You son of a
The
bitch.
incident occurred on a Sunday in March when the Division of Conservation and Resources Enforcement, DoCare, I like that name.
If you fuck with animals, I
agree.
I'm going as severe as Jason has. I'm okay with you, Don.
Get a harpoon.
Literally,
You can get
I am
harpooned.
okay with
I think you should be
someone-
allowed to be harpooned.
I'm okay with someone giving you a full tank with 5% air in it. Right?
Or just allow a shark to rip his legs off and don't do anything.
Or the best dose of fentanyl ever.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
sure. Right, right into the fucking mask.
Reportedly received numerous calls reporting alleged wildlife harassment. The suspect, and we'll get how old he is in a little bit.
Oh, I
Dolphin
know.
Dave.
David Jimenez of Maui, Hawaii, who refers to himself as Dolphin Dave on social media, was allegedly actively pursuing an adolescent humpback whale and dolphins inside of, and I'm not going to get this,
Just do your best.
Kekua
You've
Bay
made me do it for years.
Historical Park.
You got it.
Hawaii state officials said in a statement regarding the incident, DoCare officers received a video recording of a man snorkeling close enough to an adolescent humpback whale to almost touch the whale's fin. When DoCare officials arrived on the shore early Sunday, they recorded Jimenez actively pursuing a pod of spinner dolphins. They recorded a video which say Jimenez was leading a group chasing the dolphins. So he's leading a group of people that were chasing dolphins. By the way, dolphins outrun this dude.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get away from him. Why is leave them alone?
Can I say this? You
Yeah.
guys tell me if I'm super stupid. I do believe there are times dolphins have helped save people.
Oh, yeah.
I do believe there's times where even whales have their level of intelligence have almost sought out contact with humans.
Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
there's the
And so-
story of the killer
so
whales who take you out to like a beached whale or a whale
Right.
that's
So
sick.
before anybody's like, well, I think it wanted us to like pet it or obviously get it from a net. If that's the scenario where you're like, this animal is trying to engage
Communicate
with
with
me, then
it.
I understand. But this sort of shit where you're chasing and pursuing and
ridiculous.
bothering, fuck
There
it.
was
whale-
a story where a killer whale was warning this surfer, like, hey, there's sharks here.
Yes.
And it went over to him, like, get out of here.
Yes.
And the guy was
Amazing.
like, this whale's being weird. So he just got out, and then here comes the great whites. He's like, whoa, he was telling me to get out of the water.
It's crazy.
Amazing.
Whales and dolphins are protected by state and federal laws, thankfully.
And me.
And Jimenez was subsequently charged with 2 violations, prohibited acts in regard to endangered whale species and harassing wildlife in a state park. So it's even worse that he's doing it in a state park. It's like doing a crime in an area that's going to make it even worse
Yeah,
for
this
him.
is total dumb people town.
In spite of his legal citations, Jimenez listened to the authorities that he would not stop. He insisted to the authorities he would not stop swimming with whales and dolphins. Quote, this is his quote, this is what makes you hate him, because it's magical and others do much worse things. That's his thing. This is his reasoning, because it's magical and other people do worse things. I'm not saying other people don't do worse things.
Right.
There
It
are
doesn't
priests
matter.
out there that have done.
So he's taking
Jerry
what about?
Sandusky
He's trying
is
to
the
take
worst
what
person.
aboutism to like
Right.
the
Right.
even farther dumb.
What
Hey,
about?
I'm just hanging with him, man.
What, man?
You know, other
I'm not
people
having
kill him.
sex with them that much.
Yeah.
What?
That
It's
much.
crazy.
That much.
Yeah.
Also, like if we regulated Dumb People Town, somebody who visited would be like, "Why does Dolphin Dave have his foot in a cement bucket?" And be like, "Well, Jason, Rand, and Dan made sure that he couldn't go in the ocean anymore."
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right. Yeah, that's his foot now. That's his footwear.
Is
He's
that
got a
on
logo
his
there.
ID, Dolphin Dan?
I'm
It's
sure
on
it's
it.
word.
Dolphin Dave.
Dolphin Dave.
love
Dolphin
that you
Dave
got it
also could be. If you said that is David Lee Roth now, I'd be like, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
He's that
But
crazy.
he'd be better than
Dolphin Dave's does sound like the burger joint in Ocean Beach down
Yeah,
there.
and they're really
like fish
hoping-
taco place or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
You know?
Dolphin Dave's.
Right.
Dolphin
Yeah.
Dave's. I'm going to Dolphin Dave's. And we'll get out of here on this story on this. Then we'll come back. We'll let people know what we got going on, and Jay will take us home.
Okay.
How old is Dolphin Dave? You've now understood he is a person who thinks that swimming with humpback whales and with dolphins and chasing them is his right. Why? Because it's magical and other people do worse stuff.
Yes or no long hair for anybody else in their mind? Yes or no long hair?
I think long hair.
Bald and long hair. That's what
I think he's definitely one of those old timers, 70. Like you don't understand. I grew up here. These are my animals.
That's right.
I'm semi-Tarzan.
Yeah, Dean. He also goes, "I'm basically born here."
Yeah.
That answer.
Yeah.
You're like, well,
Look
no,
at
you're not
what
from
good
here.
shape I'm in.
Yeah.
Like, that has nothing.
And
to
all
do
this
with
conversation is while he's driving the Uber. All of this conversation.
I was born in Yosemite, man, and you see the dumbest people there ever.
yeah.
I grew up there, and it's like straight up, don't go near the bears, whatever you do. Hey, look at this.
my God.
I saw a TikTok of a guy doing that to a moose.
To a moose.
Yeah.
He touched
Yeah.
the back of the moose, and the moose tramples him. And I'm like,
you,
good.
And you hear the person going, "Stop it!
Don't do that.
Get away!" What?
Yeah.
They are
What are you
some of
doing?
the angriest animals. The fact that it hasn't charged you by now, that
Incredible.
you already have a good story.
He
Go
went
tell
to go-
people you got within
Like,
2
why do
feet
you
of a
got to
moose.
touch a moose?
I love it.
dumb.
They say, don't leave food in your car. Signs everywhere in
not.
Yosemite. Here comes the people. Well, they won't smell it in this cooler. And
yeah.
then their VW's just ripped
Dragged
open.
apart.
This
Yeah.
is why, like, if we did hit Last of Us level, there are so many people that
go
would
out.
just weed themselves
Right.
out.
There's-
yeah.
I was on a shuttle with bus. A woman just got on the bus, started yelling at the bus driver because he wasn't going to the right place. She didn't look. She just thought, well, this bus is for me.
Yeah.
I want to do a comedy series of people who are zombies having to tell how they got bit. Because they would just be, well, I heard a clanking in a building, and that's why I walked in.
I walked into
And it's
it.
just because you would just have all these super dumb people.
I
know.
can swim with these animals because it's magical. How old
Right.
is he? You say 70?
Grizzly man.
Yep, 70.
Grizzly
70.
man, remember?
What do you think?
Yes.
Grizzly man. Jesus Christ.
46.
Jay, what do you think?
56.
Okay. Get your answers in,
You
townies.
think we think he's young and dumb, probably.
Okay, you think he's a year younger than Dean. All right, get your answers in, townies, because David Jimenez of Maui,
Yeah.
also known as Dolphin Dave on
Yeah,
his
just Dave.
Instagram, is 65 years old.
Oh,
you were right.
we were in the ballpark, but you were right.
Also, I wonder how many people were rooting for the Maui Fire on
Dolphin Dave, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Hey, maybe it'll take this guy out.
Maybe he started it.
So look, we have lots of destruction. It's really bad. People's lives were ruined, but it took care of Dolphin Dave. And
They're
everyone's
like,
like,
ah.
And if you,
okay,
if
we're
you
all
are a
good
person ever in your life, like you, the Bears, saying, no, they love me. It's just a matter of time.
you don't
then. Oh,
know.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
But they love me.
They
Grizzly
don't.
man.
You
but
don't
they
know.
love me.
You don't know what they
They don't
love,
love
and you
you.
don't know what they don't.
They don't
love.
love
Didn't anybody learn from the Australian guy when he got the fucking the stingray?
The crocodile hunter.
Crocodile
Just
hunter.
don't fuck with
Steve
those
Irwin.
things,
Steve
man.
Irwin. I don't. Just don't. Just
Leave
don't
it alone.
That.
Yeah.
Like now, you can tell if this animal loves you. It's a domesticated animal.
It's a
This
lover.
animal
It's a
loves you.
lover. All right.
She's so
Last story in
Okay.
Randy Military. The most unhappy meal ever.
Most unhappy meal ever. I can't wait to hear it. Dean Del Rey's with us. We got one more segment. Don't go anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, I want to talk about the new Skylight calendar, which is the greatest thing ever. As a person who has a crazy schedule, our schedule is never the same any week. All of us, we live these crazy lives where I'm
And
like,
even within your own families, all these different schedules.
so now I'm doing my daughter's schedule and my wife's schedule, and all of us are on like different times. You add all these things into the Skylight calendar. You need a place that sort of merges all of that into one. We were writing it down before. Before we had the Skylight calendar, we were in the dark, and now we're in the
You're not
light.
anymore. The Skylight calendar is a smart touchscreen calendar and organizer for all your chores, groceries, and to-dos. It automatically syncs all the different digital calendars and events your family uses and shows them all together on one beautiful touchscreen display. Skylight calendar is the best way to give your family peace of mind to enjoy the things that matter most.
So mine is set up. It is sitting in my kitchen on my desk. I say check the calendar now 20 times a day to everybody so they know when I'm going out to do stand-up, what our day is like. Nothing is a surprise anymore. I add the events in through the app, which I got from my phone, which is also great. But again, it syncs with all your calendars.
You can even add it on the touchscreen.
You can add on the touchscreen, which I've done as well. It's super easy to do. My daughter loves it because everything's color-coded, and she looks for her color that's associated with her name. We all know what's going on now. It makes our life so much easier. I think it actually looks cool sitting on my desk, and it becomes a focal point because you pass by it, and you're like, what's today? What's tomorrow? What's this weekend? We now know.
It feels great to be organized. So here's what we're doing. As a special limited time offer for our listeners, you get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight calendar when you go to skylightcal.com/DPT. To get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight calendar, just go to skylightcal.com/DPT. Dan, tell them how to spell it.
Ooh, that would be SKYLIGHTTCAL.com/DPT.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Before we get out of here and Jay's going to take us home, let us tell you quickly just what we have going on. Supersklars.com is where you can find all of our
probably
dates.
drop mid-October, so November 11th, 10th, 11th, we're going to be
First of all, November 6th, we're doing another Tag It at Largo, which is great. Dean just did it.
I
It was
loved
so
it.
Isn't
fun,
it such
right?
a fun show?
Oh.
And you can feel how fun it is for the audience.
Oh, yeah, it's great. And also, I got a good one from you guys. That turns out Walmart doesn't fuck with fruit either.
That's right.
That's a good
That
one.
was
you know?
such a good one. I
Yeah.
mean,
Have
the
you tried
joy-
it since?
Oh, you use it, yeah.
So the
it's
joy
great.
for me is like listening to his voice and trying to write a Dean Del Rey joke.
Yeah.
That's the trick for us. How do we write a Dan Van Kirk joke for our friends,
Yeah.
which is so collaborative. It's so much fun. We had so much fun with you
And
on
then
stage.
if someone comes back to us and is like, oh, yeah, I use that, it gets a great
Like,
look.
Yeah.
truthfully, so here, I'll give one more example. Melissa Villasenor, I love her so much.
Yeah.
She was on the show. I'm like, I love her. I want to be better friends with her just because I'm such a fan of hers and I love her energy. Yeah. She's so great.
Oh, thanks, guys. Oh.
And
so nice.
we did the show and she loved it. And I'm like, okay, now we're friends. This is like
Yeah.
our way to all be friends. So I love it. We're doing one at Largo. It's going to be great. Camille.
Ian Edwards was like giving high praise. He's like, these guys are fast, man. I would take a tag from them any day. It was
So
like,
Ian Edwards
Gave us the best-
one of the greatest
oh,
things.
he told me. Yeah.
This
Flipped
was
the
the
phrase,
best.
and now it's our biggest laugh.
Flip the phrase is one of our biggest laughs in
Love
an
that.
entire hour, and he did it in an altruistic manner. So we're doing one on November 6th. November 10th, 11th, we're going to be at the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri. The 12th, we're going to we don't have the theater set yet, but do our two-man show. And then we got stuff, Hilarities in December, and Portland and Seattle in January, and back in Denver, Comedy Works end of January, beginning of February. Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle, probably at
Yes.
Moon Tower. Lots of good stuff. Supersklars.com. We love you guys. Support us the ways that you always do. We love seeing you live. Jay, let's get into
Okay.
this.
Inmate who escaped. Oh, this is sent in by deranged Jake Smith.
Thank you.
Which is
Deranged.
really at Jake Roney.
Great.
Inmate who escaped in Akron was caught after attempting to order $1 burger from McDonald's.
So we've now seen a crazy manhunt for a crazy inmate. You
Yeah.
follow
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
You're like,
He
this
crab
guy's
walked or
living
whatever
in,
it is,
yeah.
out
he's-
of the thing.
If you are able to escape in a vehicle or
Yeah.
from a vehicle taking you to prison,
This is
then-
where Akron?
yeah,
I'm going to
then
be in Akron.
Maybe don't show up
look
at
for it.
McDonald's. Like
Yeah.
like that's my thing.
That's like if you escape from a prison and then you're like, I'm going to go to this casino over here.
Yeah.
Dumb.
McDonald's or Walmart, where your other people are.
Yeah.
That- you know what I mean? They're like, hey, I know you.
Don't
Yeah.
have a meetup after
You were in jail with me. How'd you get out?
You need to go. You need to
People
go
know
into like
too much.
You need
Yeah.
to go into like a Morton's.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna have any idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
None.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. So an escape inmate
He's the Hamburglar.
He is a hamburglar.
Yeah.
He is.
was taken back into custody Wednesday morning after he was recognized attempting to order a hamburger.
Yeah.
Jason
Hamburger.
Lyle Conrad.
Yeah.
He was born with a criminal name.
Three
Yeah.
first names.
Jason Lyle
I said
Conrad.
JLC.
JLC, baby.
Anyone whose middle name is Lyle is going to jail at least twice in his life.
Yeah.
That's right.
If
That's you. That's you.
If your middle name, this is me, is Lyle, then you own 2 lawnmowers and neither of them work.
Are you
right.
down with the JLC?
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah, I know
Black
him.
police are afraid of me.
If your name is Lyle, your middle name is Lyle, you've given a switchblade to a 7-year-old for his birthday.
That's right.
Sure, and taking it back.
If your middle name is Lyle, you can make a bong out of anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Middle name Lyle.
If your middle name is Lyle, you've definitely started a campfire where one shouldn't have been.
If your middle
James Lyle Count.
if your middle name is Lyle, you know how to wear underwear for 5 days.
If you use your middle name, you're definitely
That's right.
Your
you're
middle name is
definitely
Lyle.
going to jail.
If your middle name is
you-
Lyle,
if you-
you've got definitely like tree trimmer, like clippers in the back of your. Oh, I got 2 sets in the back of my.
yeah.
Jay, he's
If
never
your middle
not-
name is Lyle, you were raised by a boyfriend. I'll
your-
take care of
If your middle name is Lyle, you've
We're
never.
done, Deb, but I'm going to take care of
I got him.
What was he in for?
You're going to find out. Jay, who's been on the run since Tuesday morning after escaping from a transport vehicle transfer, was captured by authorities Wednesday morning following a short foot chase, of course,
Yeah,
in
it's
Akron.
hilarious.
This guy never knows when to stop. By the
Right.
U.S. Marshal for the Northern District of Ohio. Short foot chase, of course, means he's drunk and he's out of shape. So long foot chase means
Can I
he's
say
in shape.
something that
Weaving
I've
around.
never realized in the years of doing this? Years. How often? Think of all the mug shots we've seen.
Yeah.
Go ahead and think of all the ones you've seen where it's been a dumb crime or that you've done this show
Yeah.
before. we never have extremely obese people.
No.
Yeah,
Have you ever noticed it? Now, a lot of that's due to drug use.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it's always either lanky
Wiry.
or out of shape.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't that odd?
Wiry is it.
It's never been like,
If your middle name is
Lyle,
Lyle.
the 455-pound man couldn't
Nope.
get. It's never that. You know he weighs either a $180 or 225.
Right.
That's the first description. We're looking for a wiry fellow.
Yes.
Hair parted on the side with a scar down the left of his ear.
That's
You know?
right.
That all comes with the name being Lyle.
If you have a scar down the left part of your ear, your name is Lyle.
All right.
Absolutely.
That you did yourself.
That you
right.
made yourself.
That you-
He's now back at Summit County Jail, but it was a tip from McDonald's employees that led to his capture.
So
I'm
they
gonna-
know him. Like you said, he
Yeah.
went to his McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah.
He went to his McDonald's.
Yeah.
And also,
they're
like-
like, I thought you were in. He's
They're like,
nah.
LC? That you
You're-
did?
You guys are going to love
JLC?
this. You guys are
JLC.
gonna-
Wait, I can't believe that McDonald's employees are aware of anything. Like they're sleepwalking through life, and
I
yet they
know.
noticed this guy and
Oh,
like
my God.
put it together.
I mean,
that
if you've
he's-
ever seen midday, the person working the fryer,
yeah.
they don't got time to recognize
I'll tell you what,
anybody.
I don't
mean it.
recognize anything. When I'm out, I'm not looking. Are you?
know. I'm, like,
I don't
amazed.
see shit.
I've had so
amazed.
many. I saw you. You didn't. I was like,
I
hey.
don't see shit.
I'm-
in the Starbucks. I couldn't even tell you what the person looked like one
right,
second
who
after
gave
I
you
ordered.
stuff? Gave you
That
everything.
would be who I do know. I like to get very, how's your shift going? When do you get out of here?
Dan.
But beyond that,
Man, you get
Dean does
into
not.
it.
All right. According to 911 recordings released by the Akron Police Department, employees identified the man who pulled up in street clothes riding a bike around what time?
4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m.
2 a.m.
all night McDonald's.
9:45 p.m.
p.m. Get your answers in. 8:30 a.m.
Breakfast.
They recognize
He
him.
wanted breakfast. That's what he dreamed about in jail.
Yes.
That getting breakfast.
And I
Dan,
gotta
it's a
get
good
there,
breakfast.
and I gotta
Oh.
break out of jail before 11 because they stopped
McMuffin.
serving it.
So they recognized him from his tattoos and his limp.
Oh
If you have a recognizable limp, you got to lay low. You got to lay
yeah.
low. You
Oh,
can't be
Also could
walking
just
a
be
drive-through.
It's also could just be a product of Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you do get it enough on Facebook in a small town, they will have all seen it.
Yep.
Oh,
Akron?
absolutely.
Tattoos and a limp.
He reportedly
Tattoos
tried
on
to
him.
order a $1 burger, but was told the restaurant did not offer those, and then he rolled up. Then he rolled out. He
Got
rode
out of
off.
there.
Who doesn't know how to order a burger at McDonald's?
I mean,
Yeah.
who isn't just like, give me a hamburger?
Just give me a hamburger.
He's like, give me one of those $1 burgers.
Yeah.
They don't, who knows how
That's
much? I don't
AM
think there is
PM,
anything
dude.
about
You
it.
got to
I
go
mean,
to
that's
AM
right.
PM.
Maybe the
for
last
that.
time they
Quick
offered
trip,
it was
roll
when.
into a quick trip. You'll get whatever you want. They'll be so nice to you. No one cares that you got out
Can
of
I
jail.
get a black market baby? Sure. It's Rover Brother the coffee. Just
99-cent burger. Is,
I do think McDonald's needs to start selling like the fugitive burger for
yeah,
$1.
the JLC.
That's right. The JLC.
And you get it fast, super fast.
Keep the hot side hot.
Okay,
The cold side even
this
cooler.
is so. I have two questions.
Okay.
I could show you what he looks like.
Okay.
You guys want to see what he looks like?
Yeah.
See?
Oh,
Told you. What,
that's-
he's
that right
he's
there.
165.
That's
Okay.
middle America right
Definitely
there.
looks like
I'm
he
gonna-
was punched
We have
3
two
times.
questions before we get out of here. All
Yeah.
right. How old
Yeah.
is J. Lyle Conrad?
JLC.
Yeah.
JLC. First, let's start with that.
The
No.
Ratster.
Yeah.
Let me look at it again.
Okay. Yep.
You gonna look at the Ratster one more time,
Yeah.
dude?
I think he's 38.
Because what I love about dudes like this is the meth just super ages him.
I
So
agree. So
you
I-
look at it and you go, that guy looks 40, but he's 22. I'm going with 22.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
He is not
I think
22.
he's
With that
30. I think
bogus
he's
mustache.
22. I think he's 32. What do you
Okay.
think, Dan?
32 is a great guess. He's pierced right here.
Yeah, I'm
What is
going
that?
22.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm gonna go 36 years old.
Okay.
All right. Get your answers in. Shout at your ham radios. This man, J. Lyle Conrad, 39 years old.
Wow, Daniel. Last question.
Bonus question. We're
Yeah.
going to get out of here for Dumb People Town.
How many kids?
For fun. No, how many kids has he abandoned? No, for fun, how much does a McDonald's burger cost right now? Now, he said Dan, you might know. He said
I'm
$1.
dialed in. I was just in Rochelle. I'm dialed in on this.
All right. What do you think?
Well, I know a drink.
Here's the thing with me. I have not ate at McDonald's since they were $1. So
Okay.
In the
So just
80s.
take a guess.
Take a guess. What do
So
you think?
I'm going to say
You got to remember what Biden's done to this country.
$1.49.
$1.49.
What do you think, Dan?
Maybe in 2006.
Nah.
I'm gonna go 236.
I'm gonna say
236.
279.
Get your answers in. Shout at your ham radios. Thank you, Dean Del Rey, for coming on the
Love
show.
DeanDelRey.com. Go follow him. Go
see him live with Bill
Great
Burr.
comic.
Go see him everywhere. Support him. Come see our Tag It shows. Go see Dan's special on 11/11.
DanielVanKirk.com.
Yeah.
A McDonald's hamburger
Yeah.
right now costs $2.49.
Oh, you said 239. I said $2.79. We're right
How
there.
much with cheese?
I don't know. Probably $2.79.
I just took Rosemary to get a Diet Coke because she wanted a large, and it was $1.82. And she's like, "It used to be $1." I'm like, "Grandma, who cares?
82 cents is not
you're
that
worth
bad. You're
9.
worth
I
every
remember when
cent.
they were $1 though. You
Oh,
know,
yeah,
you
yeah,
get
yeah.
that- you
They
could
would,
get-
and remember they do the days where it's 79 cents, 69
After Little
cents.
League.
In
we'd go
college,
over.
there was a time in Michigan
We're
there
getting
was
out of here on this.
29 cents for a burger, 39 cents for a cheeseburger. I would order 10.
There you go.
You know, across the street from the whiskey
insane.
was an AM/PM, and you would get 2 burgers for $1 there, and that's how I lived
Yeah.
for years.
course. Yeah.
And I'd
Life on the
sneak
road.
over to the nacho cheese and squirt it on.
Couple pumps. Couple pumps. Couple
I
pumps.
pulled that move at
No
a
one
quick
has
trip.
to see.
I pulled that move.
AM/PM.
Couple
I love it.
pumps of the whiz.
Pro tips from a man who's been on the road, Dean Del
Thanks
Rey.
for having me, guys.
Love having you here, and everybody, oh shit, we got to get back to work.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.